We all have a type or version of kind of woman that we want to be while growing up. We created it in our head, we created this type, we created this vision in our head while growing up as that young little girl. You once thought something about, maybe if I grow up, this is the kind of woman that I want to be, this is the kind of person that I want to be, this is the kind of environment that I want to live, these are the kind of friends or people that I want to surround myself with, or this is how I want to raise my family. Why? Because of society things that you saw while growing up, or society things that you heard or people said to you while growing up, or in the kind of environment that you grew up. Some things happen that are not supposed to happen. Hey love, welcome back to today's video. Thanks for coming back again, and thanks for always showing up for your girl. I really appreciate it, and thanks for supporting my channel. So without further ado, the topic that we'll be talking about today is becoming that woman that you needed as a girl. Yes, you have that version, you created that structure in your head. Yes, you didn't say it hard, or sometimes you might even say it hard, but you created that version in your head, you created that scenario, that type, exactly type that you want to live. For example, you might be living down in down city where you are living right now. You might be living in one of the locales or poorest city in your country where you're living right now, but when you were growing up, oh, you might be living in that place and meet some words there while you were growing up. Now you start having some thoughts, some scenarios in your head, some visions that when I finally grow up and I can make my decisions, I can finally live alone. I'm going to move out from this place, I'm going to live in this particular place, I'm going to live in this social city, or I'm going to switch country, I'm going to change country. Things like this in your head. Or for example, this is the kind of type of person that I want to spend the rest of my life with, this is the kind of marriage that I want, this is the kind of friendship that I want, or this is the kind of job that I want to work. Maybe I want to work in a business place, I want to have my business. Or probably you might even be looking up to someone in your community while growing up. You might be looking up to your teacher, you might be looking up to your mom, you might be looking up to some senior elder sister or elder brother close to you in your environment. That I love how she look, I love how she takes care of herself, she's always beautiful, she's always sexy, I can't just wait to grow up to be this person. And I love her career, or something like this. You just love her, she inspired you, and you're just thinking, I can't wait to grow up, I can't wait to be my adulthood where I can make decisions while nobody can shut me down, I can do whatever I want, I can just eat whatever I want, go to whatever place I want to be without anyone shouting or telling me that I'm just a little girl. So in this video, this is what we'll be talking about, because during this stage of life and during this time, you forget every single thoughts in your head, the decision that you've made, things that inspired you, things in your head, those scenario of what you want to be, the kind of life you want to live, the kind of environment that you want to live. But life have made you forget about these things. Not that they're still not there, they're still in your memories bank, they're still in your memories bank, which is your subconscious. They are still there, and they're still manipulating underneath why you're not able to have yet. They're still manipulating underneath, they are still pushing you to make some certain decisions, they're still pushing you to bring out some thought, but you not aware. I don't remember, but you can remember if you choose to take your memories back there and ask those questions that I'll be telling you today. Ask yourself those questions. Sometimes you still remember them, and sometimes you still say there that when I was little, I love to keep my hair clean, I love to keep my nails clean, I love to look beautiful. But right now, I don't know what happened to me. I just leave myself there. I just flow flow with the world, flow with everything that the world used to say, and forget about myself. I've lost myself. Yes, that little girl is still there, that little girl is still crying, is still asking for that support. It's keep telling you that you remember what you used to say when you were little, you remember what you used to say when you were 12, remember what you used to say when you were 11, that you're not going to end up in this kind of relationship, or you're not going to train your kids like this, or you're not going to say in an environment like this is what and what you want to do. Yes, this little girl might still be screaming, might still be saying something, trying to remind you something, but you blocked your ears against it because you just think, those are just memories, those are just thoughts. But those memories, and when you were making those thoughts or making those decisions, you might be making them in your head at that particular time when you were little, that little 16 years, 14 years, 12 years, but they were stuck in your subconscious, they were stuck in your memories bank, because your subconscious sometimes, not sometimes, because all the memories that you've had since you were born, since you were 5, some people say they remember things from 5 years. Please, no one should come for me. I know I'm saying this on live publicly, but most of the time I think about it and I wonder, how do you people remember things that happened when you were 5? I know I remember some things, a lot of things when I was little, but I don't know if I was 5 at that age. So where I grew up from, I don't know even if anybody remember anything from 5 years, but most people say that. I guess we were talking about what happened for 5 years, and I'm like, how did you remember something that happened 5? Maybe say by 8, 7, 8, 10, 12 years, I remember those things, but from 5, I don't know. I guess I have to ask my memories bank, which is my subconscious, to start bringing all the memories when I was 5. So I'm going to skip that 5 part and just go from 8, 12, and upwards. You know, those thoughts and those memories. So this video, I'm yet to do this video. I've had this note for a long time right now, so I don't know if I'm convinced right now to do this video, but but I feel like I want to do it, even if I don't do it perfectly, but I know I'm still going to repeat it, because that little get inside of us is still screaming for us to do that thing. That little get inside of us is still asking us for that time. It's still asking us for those decisions, those thoughts that were stuck into our subconscious, and they are still coming out. They're still bringing those memories, just that you refuse to listen and you've closed your ear against them and thought that it's just a thought, it's just a memory which I don't want to listen. And some of these memories and some of these thoughts, they are not kind of a fun memories, I understand, because some memories that are really scary, that are really bad, you don't just want to think about it, and you don't just want to, remember them. But of course, they are wounds that you have to heal. You can't keep running from them. You can't keep escaping from them. You can't keep hiding them. You can't keep feeling as if they does not exist. You can't keep feeling as if they are not there. They are there, and they are there for the longest time. It's time for you to sit with it and try to heal them. Some are very dramatic. Some are bad that you don't want to really think about or even remember. You don't want your memories bank or your subconscious to bring them back. But you can't hide them forever, and you can't run from them forever, because you're harming yourself and you continue making them to pursue you until you leave this earth. So I will always advise, if you still have thoughts or memories or past in your head that you're still scared to think about, or even try to listen to, or you don't even want that memory to flash back or come in, I will really advise to sit with it. If it's something that you need to seek a therapy, but if it's something that you can sit with first of all and try to think about it, talk about it, ask yourself, why did this happen and what happened? Because now you're having these thoughts, but you don't want to listen to it. It might just not might that little get inside of you trying to talk to you, try to have a conversation with you. Because right now, yes, you're a big woman, right? But you once have something that you promised yourself. You once have something that you said to yourself that you want to do, you want to become. So that smaller girl, that little person, that little you is still there, trying to have that conversation with you, try to talk to you, try to say, how can we fix this? What can we do? But you refuse to listen because you're trying to avoid it, you're trying to push it away, you're trying to feel as if nothing is happening. Now, for me, when I was little, I didn't have time to enjoy that little get time that you have to go hard, play with your friends. Yes, I did that a little bit, but not that much. But I didn't really have that time to enjoy that my 8, 9, 10, 12, 16, that little get period of time that you have to just go hard, go work. I was always busy doing stuff at home, trying to take care of things, trying to cook, help my mom do the dress, do some little few business stuff like that. I was so, to be sincere, I won't lie to you, I was so in a rush to be an adult. I was so in a rush to grow up. So I didn't slow down. I didn't take my time to enjoy those childhood period. So I can't tell you right now that I had made any decision. I said something to myself, this is who I want to become. Because probably, or let me say 100%, I don't think I have anyone in my environment that I was even looking up to. Not even in my family, not even in my home. Because yes, I might not have anything specifically as a little girl that I was thinking of or hoping of or saying in in my head that this is what I want to do, this is what I want to become, because I didn't really have those time to think about it. I was so in a rush to be an adult. I was so in a rush to grow up because I was already doing those things as an adult, taking care of the house, doing things with my mom, and so I was not having those specific time to be that little girl that I want to be. But I know one thing for sure, that there's something in my head that I always have in my head that I don't want to repeat. I don't want to repeat ever. The environment that I grew up, the things that I saw while growing up, the mentally unstableness that they put into my head, the place that I grew up, specifically in my family. There are things that I've always said to I've always said to myself that I know that my little girl is still remembering me whenever I want to make such mistake, whenever I want to try something else otherwise from those things. I know my little girl is still crying and letting me in, correcting me every single moment whenever I want to go astray, or not repeating some patterns in my family, not repeating some historical story in my family. Yes, I didn't have the time to have that time with my little girl to enjoy those stage of childhood. I didn't have that time because I was so in a hurry and in a rush to grow up, to get to that 18, to take decisions or do whatever I just want to do. Because in my house where I grew up, yes, like I said, I didn't have that time to be a child. You can just do whatever you want to do. No one checks your grades. No one checks if you fail or you pass. No one checks. The only thing that's important, that like they seeing you, that you are home, they seeing you, that you're there. So I didn't really have that time, but at least I have the understanding, in the sense that yes, I understand that no one even cares. No one knows if you're doing something else outside. No one knows if you're doing better or doing bad. But I understood and have those integrity on myself. I've always had that integrity on myself that yes, there are some mistakes that I can never do. There are some things that I can never do. I still have to respect myself and know where I'm coming from and grow up fast, because I already have those understanding. No one has to teach me, but the environment, I have to learn and teach myself in a very, very hard way. So I don't really have that time to sit and be telling myself to have those young girl time with myself. No, I have to teach myself in a very, very hard way and understand that no one cares, but at the same time still to understand and give yourself that integrity to go and become whoever you want to be, which I didn't really have any idea of who I want to be, which I didn't have an idea of who I want to become. But I know that and understand that I don't want to become a mother at a young age, because I also understood that even if I'm growing here right now, I don't know where my future lies and I don't know where I'm going or heading to. So for example, just might be you didn't get that, take a moment. You might take a moment right now, think about it. Now this is now I'm saying it's just like I'm reflecting with myself. I'm saying it in the video right now, but it's just like I'm reflecting with myself. I'm having those time with myself. There are two things that I said you might not be aware of. I said that yes, I didn't have that time as a young girl to understand and feel myself and enjoy those young those young girl vibe with other people, because I was already thinking as an adult. I was already rushing to be an adult, but at the same time I had this integrity and I have those thoughts already in my head that yes, this is something that I don't want to repeat. I saw things while growing up in my household that I never want to repeat, and I know and I believe that whenever I want to go astray from those thoughts right now, that little girl always cries at. That little girl always says something that you always say that you don't want to repeat this. You always say that you don't want to do this. So why do you want to change your thought? Why do you want to change your belief? Why do you want to change it right now? And I flip myself. I try to flip myself and go back. Yes, we are growing up. We all have our different stories. We all have our dramatic stories. Yours might not be mine. Yours might even be more deeper than mine. But at still the same time, we still have that little girl that is still craving for that love, still craving for that time. But how do you get there? It's by you asking yourself. Think back. Now, right now, I'm saying these things just like I'm thinking back. I'm challenging my subconscious right now, and they're giving memories, they're bringing memories back to me. And there are some things that I don't want to say right now that are private, but they're bringing back memories. So this is how you understand, even when you forget, because definitely you forget as a young lady, and you start growing up, life starts showing you a different way, things start happening, and suddenly you forget about those things, you forget about those thoughts, you forget about what you said you want to be. And yes, your little girl is there crying and asking, when are we going to get there? When are we going to do that? When are we going to achieve those goals that we once said that we're going to achieve? But you're not even listening, because the world is too noisy, and the noise in your head is too much that you don't even have time to listen to the little girl. And she is screaming, she is crying for you to even listen so you can remember about this thought. But how do you do that? How do you listen to that little girl? Right now it's for you asking yourself, because when you start asking yourself, you start getting questions. Think back, ask yourself, what did my younger self need to hear right now? What did my younger self, that younger me then, needs to hear right now? Because it's still in me. What did they need to hear at this point or right now? What kind of love did I need? What kind of love did that younger self need right now? Did that younger self need more compassion, need more care, need more praises, need more safety, need more support? So you ask, what? No, some of us, while growing up, we didn't get that support that we needed as a younger girl. We didn't get that love, that compassion, might be from family, from friends, from even from parents. We didn't get that love that we needed at that particular time. Sometimes they said our softness is too weak, we are too emotional. Sometimes they say we are worth to nothing, we are not intelligent, we are not beautiful. Sometimes they say we are too stubborn, we don't listen to our parents, that we are not just good, that we are the bad sheep in the family. So ask yourself, I know this time when they were saying these things when we were younger, in your head you were feeling as if, is this true? Is this true? Is this true? But when you're growing up, what did your younger girl need more, your younger self or that younger girl need now as you're growing up? What did you tell yourself that, yes, my parents said I'm ugly, school teacher, they said I'm dull, I'm not intelligent, they said I'm what to nothing, they don't give me that support, they don't give me that love. Now, while growing up as a younger girl, you don't get this support, you don't get this love, you don't get the safety that you're supposed to get from your parents. Because as a younger girl, as a young lady, let me stop saying younger girl. As a young lady while growing up, and you don't get that support that you're supposed to get from your parents, they don't sit you down sometimes to talk sense into you. They just allow you to do stuff that are not supposed to be done. They just allow you to live your life the way you want to live. Because as a younger girl, I believe and have this understanding that as a parent, when when kids get to that age of, I think, 12 to 16, it's very important to sit them down, monitor their, I don't know why I say monitor their work. Maybe it's because that nobody even cares about me while I was young. But monitor their step and try to talk, advise them, give them ways to understand that, so that they don't make some certain mistakes. Because there are some certain mistakes that they will make that will live with them till the end of their life, except they worked on it and start regretting. Because these are the, I believe, I just have this, so I believe that these are the age that we as a youngest, we just feel as if everything, we just feel as if we can do whatever we want. Even when someone is trying to talk to us, even when someone is trying to advise us, we refuse to listen. Because I feel it, I understand, and I know while growing up, even the little girls, the young girls around me there, when we got to this stage, when we got to this age, we like, everyone was just like on their top. Everyone was feeling as if there was no one like them, they can do whatever they want to do. But at the same time, I don't know about other girls in my society, other people, but for me, I felt deep down that there was no one to talk to me, there was no one to advise me, there was no one to correct my step. But I was so grateful, and I'm still grateful to this time. I'm still grateful to this time that even, yes, I made some mistakes, but some mistake that I made was not as deep as some mistake that I would have made even when I wish I was not having any thought or respect for myself. Because at least, because for me, I can just go out and do whatever I want to do and come in. So what they're saying, you don't have any problems. They're saying you don't have any issues. But at that time, I don't know if it was because I was really going into church. I was that church girl. Even at that my age, I was really, really dedicated to God. Maybe that was the reason. God just leaded my path. God leaded my step to have some, some integrity for myself, some self-worth, not just to do whatever I wish to or whatever I want. Though I still made some mistakes, but I can say to you that those mistakes are not as deep as some mistakes that I would have done. Maybe I was not going to church, or just being that church girl, or listening to some preaching in the church. Maybe for example, I just decide to do whatever I want to do because of the kind of place that I grew up from. Maybe I would have not been here, something else would have happened to me, but God's so kind that He took my step and lead me to this place. So I don't know about you, and I know that my little girl is also always craving for that self-love, that self-compassion. That safety is very, very important to me. Little girl is always craving for that safety, because right now I know my little girl is always craving for that safety. I can boldly tell you, because when I see little girl growing up right now, I'm always scared. I'm always scared about something that I don't want to say, and I always want to protect them. I always want to keep them safe for some reason. Though these things did not happen to me, I know you understand, and I don't want to say it. Though these things did not happen to me, but because of these past experiences, these past things, that I'm still grateful for, that yes, I did find myself in this kind of situation, which I'm grateful for. But whenever I see any younger girl, any younger lady like this, I always want to keep them safe. I don't know, I always have these thoughts that I don't know if I can do something to keep this kid safe. I don't know if I can do something to protect them. So I understand, and I know that it's my little girl craving, it's my little girl saying something, that yes, we can do something to protect, yes, we can do something to protect this kid. Why? Because I craved for that safety, I crave for that support, I crave for that love, I crave for that, you're doing well, you're beautiful, you're intelligent, all of this. I crave for all of this. Now I understood. Yes, the more I'm asking myself this question, the more I'm saying, I'm doing this video right now, I'm getting this hot. So this is why I said that ask yourself this question. You might not even remember anything, but trust me, all this memory and all these thoughts, they are stuck in your subconscious. But the thing that you have to do is, for you to get this stuff, for you to get these memories, it's for you to ask yourself these questions. Because the more you ask yourself these questions, the more the answers and the memories will start flipping. What do your little girl needs right now? What are they craving for? What do they want? They want more love, more support, more kindness, more compassion, more care for themselves. I know you've forgotten about it during the stage of life. You've forgotten about it, but remind yourself and bring yourself back, and start showing that love, and start giving that little girl deep down of you that is craving for it, that is crying for it. Now you are not an adult, but because this is what you said to yourself, that when I grow up, when I get to 18, when I become an adult, this is how I'm going to treat myself. This is what I'm going to get. I'm going to eat whatever food that I want. I'm going to wear whatever I want. I'm going to buy whatever I want. I'm going to show myself love. I'm going to tell myself how beautiful I am. I'm going to myself. Now I know you forgot about that, but right now you forgot about that, but that little girl inside of you did not forget about it. You're still craving for that love. You're still craving for all of those things that you said. Right now it's time to go back to memories and start having those conversations with your little girl, so that you can heal that peace, you can heal that boundary between you and that your little girl. You can heal that that space between the both of you, so that you can come back and become one. By me saying this, I've released a lot of pain inside of me, and I feel so good right now. And thanks for watching this video to this time. If you watch this video to this time, please ask yourself this question, so that you can reconnect back to the chain. Give support that she has been waiting for years. So I will see you tomorrow next video. Don't forget that I love you and I got to you.